Hello everyone, hello Q. Turn it off. Let's see. Close here. Continue. Still didn't finish him in the first case here. As usual. Skip it. Oh yeah, checking the sound of course. Test is test. Working. So what? Discord already blocked? Telegram next? I'm definitely not going to install something like Max. Nobody knows about this bullshit. Press and skip. Who the heck needs explanation like I played it years ago? Did I even save here? I remember that there was different music playing here. But let's read what? How do you plan to check it? Wait a second. Even that I saved? They still repeating something that happened before? Right. I'm sure I was reading this. So save is not working instantly. Did I read or not? Yes, I did it. Now it's not very nice. Previous games were saving exactly where I was stopping. Okay, stuffed animal somewhere hidden. The owner. The defense request that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Well, if it was overworld acclaim, but Max is something like their messenger in China. Well, China is not a good country to live in. Why turn Russia into something like this? Max scam? It's from the Totally Spies. Center Forensics team. There immediately. And that's actually 70 Steam stick for you. That's my phone is showing. You're requesting another search? Objection! What? Surely you can't be serious. Whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They're all the same. Any of them will do just fine. Total Spies? Totally Spies. That's exactly why it's important. All these splashes are the same. There's no need to swap one for another. And yet... why is the witness getting so worked up about it? That's just... I had a feeling that there was something odd about this case. A stolen stuffed animal and an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface. Nick, this is it. What should I do? Request the search, of course. Your Honor, the defense insists on a search. Should a plushie without a tag be found on the ship? Then there's a strong possibility that this case will be resolved. The prosecution, what? Why? I didn't auto-progress. It did it on its own. What the heck?
You can't! No, you can't search it again! You just can't!
Witness? Miss Aldenta, why did you swap the stuffed animal? And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? Mr. Bajor holds all the answers. I say, Mr. Wright, could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap? Of course, I don't have any definitive proof, but when it comes to pointing out a possibility, I might have something. Very well then, let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence that would explain why Miss Aldenta is against the search? The newspaper?
Take that!
There's a certain article in this newspaper, Elusive Jewel Thieves, at large in London, Scotland Yard on red alert. 2-in-1 game? Well, it's definitely not a bad one. When you're tired of Layton, there's always Phoenix Wright, Naruhodo. Oh, that's robbery. I've heard about it. Of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewelry shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewelry. Many extremely valuable stones were stolen as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them. All packages sent out from London are being scrutinized by the police. And what does this have to do with our case? Nothing. I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London, and that's where our freighter picked up its cargo. London? It can't be, witness. That night, you discovered the defendant in the cargo hold. She was holding one of the plushes. You knew you had to get it back. You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? There's only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it. Nicely done. I have just received a report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and a pipe. The toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside a pink diamond worth approximately £100,000. I've also received a report on the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on the tag. Armageddon? Interbarium? Do you have anything to say, Miss Aldenta? I lost. Didn't I? So you are, yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of the jewel thieves. My role was to get the loot out of London. Police never checked the regular shipments, from that workshop, he decided to take advantage of that blind spot. Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police. Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascots representing the police. The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship, that's all. It was you who hid the jewels inside the plushes. There was one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one. The defendant happened to pick one of those toys up. Had my heart stand still when I saw that girl in the cargo hold. When I was free, I stood guard in front of that room, and yet she got it in somehow. Got in. So there she was in the room with the hidden loot, all the toys in your hand. So how did the speller get in there? I don't know if she was trying to steal the toy or what. Hello, Lex. But I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. Then I handed in a different toy, and when it looked like it was ripped in the fight. It would have been over for me if the police had found any of the jewels. But wait, who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia? I almost forgot about that.
At first, I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me. But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room. But what if there was someone in the shadows? Some mischievous person
Shadow. The
hidden
hedgehog.
in the darkness.
This was a most unusual case. But say, I just noticed that in many movies and games, when they're trying to play some foreigner who's trying to speak in English, the foreigner always using the correct pronunciation and using all the correct phrases. Just having slight accent, it's not how it's happening in the real life. Gosh. It cannot be said that all mysteries have been resolved. But it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent. Well then, Mr. Wright. Yes, Honor. It would seem that I owe you thanks for helping us see the truth. No need to thank me, Honor. I was just doing my job, like I always do. And that's really the smartest thing you could come up with. And Mr. Flinch. Yes, Your Honor. This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys exchange program, wasn't it? May this trial serve as a lesson for you too. If that understood.
Ooh. It is as you say, Your Honor. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look! Without my glasses, I can't see, and I don't want to be seen. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
What the? Well, then. The court has reached its verdict and pronounced the defendant Espella Cantabella. Why? I want to. Congratulations. You did it, Nick. Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happier. But Darklaw's cool gaze is staring daggers from me. Staring. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Espella innocent from the very start. What are you happy about the verdict? Espella, Come and thank Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Wright. What I could help? Hey, Speller. What's that big book you got there? Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see? She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Speller can return to her peaceful life at our boarding school. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. Now, please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to. Yes, of course. Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that courtroom today. Very well. I wonder, maybe the investigation will be done only by Layton? It's finally over. You know, something's still bothering me about this case. The person who hit Olivia, where did they go? That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. If it wasn't a Speller, it must have been another person at the crime scene. But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else. It was dark, save for the emergency light. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. And Johnny was wearing sunglasses. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. He missed all those clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. How about we head back now? Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while we still have some daylight left.
Oh.
What is it, Maya?
There, on the couch. Isn't that Espella's book? It is the book she was holding. We should return it to her. Hey, Nick, let's see what kind of stuff Espella likes to read.
Just quit it, Maya.
It's definitely not their voices. I wonder what was in Japanese version.
Labyrinthia, huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Maya, look!
Huh? Hey, Nick, look, that's us, isn't it?
Just how is it possible? I don't care about my total score. Why it's showing me? Even show me this. Save, of course. It still was the prologue? But doesn't it explain everything as science in Layton? Finally, we start on the game after so many hours. Look. Wake up, my boy. Hypnosis? Well, that's spin-off, so it can be anything. Professor? Good, I'm glad to see you awake. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. A bit drowsy though. I guess I just fell asleep all of a sudden. Oh, wait, no, remember. Professor, what happened with the episodes? And where exactly are we? Well, look, I've only just woken up myself. You've been here in this horse-drawn wagon since I woke. How did we end up asleep in a wagon? That is something we must now find out. First of all, where are we? And secondly, where are we being taken? There's another passenger over there. Let's start by asking her. Good thinking, Professor. I see no one. Now I see. It's actually the first time when we moving somewhere. The heck? Versus taken? Wait a second, but Phoenix was in some Capcom fighting game. Excuse me, but I wonder if you could tell us where this wagon is heading. Where it's heading? That really is a meaningless question. It goes without saying, since there's only one place you could possibly be heading. I'm not sure I entirely follow. What do you mean by one place? What do you mean by one piece? If you really want to know, why don't you ask the wagon driver? Although, whether you ask or not, you'll be arriving at our destination soon anyway. If that's the case, surely it wouldn't hurt to just tell us? Look, let's take your advice. You may have better luck with the driver. Alright, if you say so. Why are they completely removing people? Near transition, but not horses, for example. So you finally woke up, did you? Running photo? It's for F-150. I was wondering what to do with your bot. I was trying to think you'll you'll never wake up. Excuse me, but where is it that we are going? Yo my, you didn't get into this wagon without knowing where it's headed, did you? Don't trust we only just became aware that we're in here. Well, knowing how they actually measured the horsepower, 2 horses is 4 horsepowers, or even 5. Not just a moment ago, we were at Tower Bridge in London. When they were measuring, they took not average horses, but the biggest one. But we have no recollection of having boarded this wagon. So let's say the strangest things. Your boss still half asleep, aren't you? Half asleep? Of course not! As far as I remember, you've both been in this wagon from the very start. Yes, not full power. There's no way that's right, and besides, so one horse definitely have 2 horsepower. No, don't get so worked up, Sonny. You'll upset the other passengers. It's just one more. I know nothing about the 2 of you except from what I've seen. My job is just to carry my passengers to that town. A town, you see? Well, looky here. It just came into sight. Why not take a peek out, Fox Power. 100? Captain, Ampersand and accounted for, sir. I can just reverse the sprites, like one was left-handed and one right-handed, like impossible. I want you to keep in mind, man, that the peace of this town is in your hands. Never forget that no matter what happens, the people look to you to keep the peace. The proud knights of the Order will always protect the people. Yes, sir, for honor and glory. Captain! What can I do for you, my little ones? I want to join the Order of Knights and patrol the streets like you. That's an upstanding ambition, lad. Perhaps when you're a little bigger? Yes, sir. I'll do my very best to go up as soon as I can, sir. I like your spirit, young man. Be seeing you. Oh, you look so pleased with yourself. Don't really think a weakling like you could join the Orders of Knights, do you? Hey, that's not a nice thing to say. Every boy wants to be a knight. No. Raccoon power? Sloth? I'm almost sure that sloths are much more powerful than raccoons. They're just slow. When you're slow, you have more power. What can he do for one as sweet as you? This burly bard called Burly? It's cute. Can you sing me a whittle song? Something romantic to melt my heart. Gosh, she's fat. Fair maiden, the pleasure is mine. I wrote a song for a love such as thine. Thine? Let me laugh. Wait a second. All the love in your heart and the love in your head is full and brown like freshly baked bread. Bullshit. Sweet. She's not very smart. Professor, look at those people over there. They're all wearing period costumes? What the heck is period costumes? I've never seen that in London. You're right, Luke. This town would appear to resemble the one we saw pictured in that book. Although, I'm somewhat puzzled as to how we have ended up here. There's nothing strange about any of this. You're the passenger from the wagon? The fact that we are here now is a predetermined turn of events. What do you mean? We were just brought here from outside. Degraded? Well, but to hand for so long, you need some power. Raccoons cannot do that. This outside, which you speak. Just what exactly are you referring to? Well, I mean London, of course. Thinking, you want to say that raccoon can carry more weight than sloth? There's no such place. Is there any such thing as an outside? Not here, not in Labyrinthia. Labyrinthia? What? You mean this is really Labyrinthia? Even so, that doesn't mean that London does not exist. How? Butterfly? Style? If we went back the way we came, you'll be bound to come across it eventually. If you don't believe me, then why don't you take a look with your own eyes? Professor, the gate is gone! The gate we came through was right behind us, wasn't it? Yes, it certainly was there. So, if that's the case, why does no one around here seem surprised? Since such a big kid disappear like that? Hey, where did she go? This is most perplexing. What's going on here? And this really is Labyrinthia? Then could it be that we have somehow ended up inside that book? You mean the book Espel was shown us, don't you? History of Labyrinthia. That's right, Luke. Do you recall what happened to us at Tower Bridge? Well, I remember when that book started glowing, but after that I'm totally blank. Professor, you don't think we are somehow being pulled inside that book, do you? It's a bit early to be drawing conclusions just yet, my boy. There are quite a few people around here. Let's start off by asking a few questions. Wet rock? Swimming style? Strange that I see no coins. You finished patrolling this area then? Yes, sir. Nothing to report at present, sir. You must be even more on our guard than usual today. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, Captain. Yes. I don't mean to alarm you, but there appears to be a couple of unusual characters approaching our vicinity, sir. What? Oh there, you two. What business do you have with the Order of Knights? Just wanted to ask a few questions about this area. About the Order of Knights? Are you really real knights? And you're not poking fun at the Order of Knights, are you? That was certainly not our intention. We're merely nothing that your appearance is somewhat unusual. Nothing. You're saying we're unusual, are you? Well, that's an unusual thing to say. Usually patrol Labyrinthia, doing our usual duty of keeping the usual order. Tell me, what's unusual about that? If anyone's unusual here, it's you too. And I find it quite unusual that I've never seen either of you characters before. Which part of the town are you from? Yeah, just came here in the back of a wagon. Through the gate over there. But then we noticed the gate was punished. Didn't say anything, did you? Gate? What gate? There was a gate. Just came through it from outside. Outside? Now I've been patient with you two, but nothing you're saying makes a lick of sense. I apologize, I'm afraid it has been a while since you've been here on the main street. And I seem to remember there having been a gate of some sort around here. But Professor, look, I think it would be prudent to play along here. There's definitely something fishy about you two. Captain, I don't suppose these two are... No, I doubt that. Although they do look and act strangely. Maybe you could test them to see if they really do live here? A test? Yeah, that might be a good idea. I know a good way of deciding whether you two are dubious characters or not. What are you going to do? Well, it's very simple. If you really are upstanding members of this community, then you'll be able to solve this. So what? Look, it appears this town has puzzles similar to those of our own world. What am I mumbling about? Are you ready? Then here we go. Everyone knows that here at the Order we strive for excellence. Ensure you can properly block any attack with their shield. It's an integral part of maintaining that reputation. We're not leaving here until each and every one of you shows me you can block. Now show me that you've got. Not touch the piece that you would like to move on the touch screen below. And correct.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Too easy as
That
usual.
was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Truly impressive puzzle solving. Of course, any member of our community could solve it, but those who can solve it with this level of insight are few and far between. Slash. No longer under suspicion, although I must advise you to speak and act with more caution henceforth. Today being a special day, you're on an even higher level of alert than usual. It seemed a bit touchy and go for moments, but I think we are convinced him. Not only that, but it seems that puzzles are a familiar concept here, which means that if you run into trouble, you should be able to overcome it through our usual puzzle-solving approach. That's good to know. That puzzle was a bit different to what we are used to, though. Seemed to be a puzzle rather unique to this town, and all the more worth solving for it. What do you say, Luke? To right, Professor? So what's our next step? Well, my boy, first and foremost, I suggest we take a look around and investigate this town of Labyrinthia. Alright, let's do that. But where should we start? You know, next to nothing about this town. That's true, Luke. Although, if you recall, we do know somebody who has been here before us. You mean Carmina, right? Precisely. It appeared that Carmina was able to leave this town and return to London. Return? Not return. I don't know. Escape to London? First time in his life? However, it would also appear that he was unaware of how he managed to do so. Oh, wait a second. It was the guy. This detective. Okay, my bad. So in Carmina's activities, yeah, maybe our only clue to getting back? Alright, so look, first things first, let's see if we can find any signs of his presence here. Right you are, Professor? Let's turn to investigating. Enjoy yourselves while you can. For you will no doubt soon realize the role you have been chosen to play. I haven't seen you two around here before. Do you know where you're standing? Well, I might be wrong, but I think we are in Labyrinthia. That's not what I mean. You tell them. Cecil? Yeah, well, just that this is our territory, you see? Your territory? That's right. You two just went and walked right into our territory. Okay, that you mean we look into the area you always playing, right? So we didn't realize. Do you mind if we join you here for a while? Heard them. What do you think? Guess it'd be alright. The merrier, I say. Fine. That's what you'll do. You can solve this puzzle, then you can stick around. But Lex, Cube is sloth. That he's for soda. It's our initiation test. What if it will be the half of puzzles of regular Layton game? The 4 doors atop a music box. Each door is facing in a different direction. touching the buttons on the touchscreen will turn to the doors 90 degrees. And that also that they all face forward. Wait a second, what is forward here? I don't quite understand what is forward. This means that we must see their backs? It's not very well explained. Well, front is away from us. Forgot each one. Ah, I cannot do it twice, goddammit. And say it's actually not front. They must look back. Holy shit, I hate this. Hate when puzzle not explain it correctly. Done.
Don't worry, leave this one to me. Oh, let me do the next one too.
Hey, you're pretty good. It was a piece of cake. After all, solving puzzles is my specialty. Yeah, me too. It'll only take me 10 seconds to solve a puzzle like that. Really? I didn't know you solved puzzles. You just keep out of this. Nobody asked you. Anyway, you're now an official member as promised. From now on, you're number 2. Number 2? Yep, I'm number 1. You should feel proud. As number 2, you can walk around that town freely. Not only that, but I'll let you in on a secret. Check those green flags over there. You'll find something I hid them. Okay, thanks. Somehow I get the feeling that even if I hadn't become number 2, I could have walked around the town freely. What was hidden here? Nothing special. And no, without doing this, you'll not be able to move. Game no hidden puzzles. Don't care. I'm just so happy. Why are you so happy? Well, that should be obvious. Today I get to gaze upon Inquisitor Barnham in all his splendor, whatever it is. They have Inquisitors, they have witches. Inquisitor Barnham? What's he like? Are you serious? Ah, So instead of R, she's saying W? Seniors? Can be with? There's a young boy who doesn't know all about Zach Barnham? He sounds splendid. Even Al. And handsome. And kind. She's amazing. I'm surprised anyone could be that wonderful. Well, you'll understand when you see him. He'll be making his appearance soon. Over on North Parade Avenue. I'm just so happy. I have to go now and see what I will see. She seems to have headed north. She said North Parade Avenue, didn't she? Do you think some sort of event will be taking place there? Can't say for certain, but wherever you look, the townspeople suddenly do seem excited about something. Could be that some kind of special social event is being held today. Sounds exciting. Let's hurry up and see what's going on. Oh, what have you here? Am I an alert? Like two lost sheep, it makes me so sad. No, is singing for us? How fascinating. This man is clearly a minstrel. Minstrel? They were around in the Middle Ages, weren't they? But he was just bard, now he's minstrel. Indeed, in the Middle Ages, minstrels were a kind of professional musician or poet. Although I do find it a little embarrassing to be referred to as a lost sheep. Well, at least it's better than being called a little lost lamb. Right, Professor? Birdstrel? Little lost lamb? Please have no fear. The bard, your shepherd, is standing right here. Labyrinth town. So you always me know shall give their lambs a map of their very own. You're right, look, I did prefer sheep, but it's most kind of this gentleman to provide us with a map of the town. It's my pleasure. It is my delight. I'm only doing what is right. Thank you, Minstrel. This map will come in handy. The sheep are happier, the bard is pleased. But sadly that map is a bit of a tease. What do you mean? Actually, the map I just gave you is all this. What? Jesus. The town map is broken up into 12 dozen separate pieces. Tashi speaks to correctly rearrange them up, pay special attention to the layout of the streets and how they connect. Is it correct? Let's admit it and see.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Yes.
Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
As usual, 2 easy puzzles in the beginning, super hard in the end, and there's nothing in between. Minstrel, you did it. You fixed them up. Well done, now I can continue with my burning descriptions of the town. The sheep helped the shepherd, and now all is well. The birds he can sing, of the town he can tell. Of the town that is hell. Oh. Please think nothing of it. I'm just glad we have the map in one piece. Now let me tell you about our proud town. The first thing you should know is that it is round. Right is a baker selling bread for your meal. Left is a weaponsmith, sharpening steel. In the north of the town, people gather and wait, and I must go soon before it's too late. There definitely seems to be something big going on to the north, Professor. Yes, it would appear so. Look, let's make sure to have a look a little later. There's another coin here. Not that I want to find them all. Can't see it. Let's move. Okay then, let's make some room there. Oh, would you look at all these people? And look over there. Those knights is so here too. What do you think's going to happen? And now look, but whatever it is, it must be something of great importance to this town. Play what? Everyone appears to be waiting for something. I know the game where you remember about what you should forget, you're losing, but I don't remember what was this, so I'm still winning. What a day, what a day. I've been waiting so long for this day that my bird has grown this far. Me too, you also have a bird? I've been so excited that he's popped up in my dreams more times than I can remember. And the rainy weather had till yesterday has completely cleared, whatever. So I'll be able to see everything, even from afar. Oh my, I can hardly wait for it to begin. Without a doubt, it must be soon now. It would appear they have been kept waiting for quite some time. Everyone else here seems to be growing restless, too. Let's come back later. It shouldn't be difficult to tell when it's getting underway. How about asking in the middle? I'm afraid you cannot go beyond this point. The street ahead is closed. I guess this is as far as we can go. I wonder what's up ahead. I suppose there's nothing for it. For the time being, you'll just have to look around for a little while longer. What? Evil Land? It's another evolution game? Like the two that I already played? The Mighty Sutton was released for mobile as well. A role-playing RPG is a little bit low rating. The current game you can play has exact same rules as basic triple threat game from Final Fantasy IV. They stole it! First it was released for Windows and Macintosh, which is OS X nowadays. And 2 years later only for mobile. And 6 years later for PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch, and Xbox. So this game is already... how old? 13 years old. And the sequel... And the sequel, why? Yeah, it's here. Wait a second, the very first game was released for Flash, not even Windows. It's Flash game. Was created by one single man, Nicholas Canessy. Strange that LN 2 is has separate release for mobile. Maybe it's a little bit different. Alright, let me take a pause here. Be right back in a minute or so. Alright, back. Hold on, not so easy. Now slightly better. More puzzlish? Maybe it's bad. This is definitely the best weapon shop. At below a month pay in this place. This sword, this axe, and this mace. A new shield over there. Wait a second, knight. It's supposed to be supplied by the king, something. What could a knight like me ask for? They all seem to be painstakingly crafted. But I can't help but wonder how a knight would be able to move with all this equipped. Soldier unable to wear this equipment is not fit to be called a knight. What's more, this amount of equipment is but the bare minimum required to effectively oust wrongdoers. Such a knave with a knave might come at me just like this. What is this world? No idea. That. 2 steps forward. 1 to the side. Isn't it a horse move? Notice an occurrence most strange while on my night watch. This is the life I see 4 of my shadows being reflected by the light, but there should be but one. What manner of mixture is this? And my true shadow felt this miserable curse. How the heck this is even possible that your shadow's moving with you? Well, okay, let it be. What are we trying to find here? The difference? It's B. Why should I press it twice?
Seen the answer.
No puzzles here.
No less from a gentleman.
So right through that shadowy deception with consummate is? Such powers of observation are outstanding. If you notice anything untoward, should have let me know immediately. Is a knight supposed to have a horse to be a knight? Maybe not. I have no idea. Certainly, we'll be pleased to help. Fortunately, villains tend to be careful too. Certainly, I've heard many tales about badly behaved youths. Whatever. It seems there are 2 in particular who are up to no good together. Tend to deal with them before any of their townsfolk fall for their misdeeds. I want to say madness. So I must remain on my guard at all times in case they suddenly appear. It's definitely a nightly sort of night. But these streets seem so peaceful, it's hard to imagine any villains around here. It's a shame. Well, we must hope they apprehend those individuals soon. Let's offer our support too, where we can. Right, you are, Professor? Something telling me those knights will be our enemies. Wait a second. Those figures are completely 3D and very visible. It's not like in the previous games. English in the chess piece is called a knight. How it was in the original? Wait a second, chess notation is N? Why is the heck it's N? Then it's supposed to be K. Let's check the original chess figures. Just interesting. How supposed to find it out? Let's see. Q for pound, what? If he's keen, of course. So the original name of piece is horse. Why is it was changed to knight in English? In both of the early versions, Persian and Indians, the piece that is known as knight in English was named after an animal. And I always knew that it was animal. Knight is kind of sounds strange, it doesn't look like a knight. Why is the heck it's knight? Somebody must be mad who named it like this. Okay, let's check the king. King. Jumper? Hopper? What the heck? Why just simply not horse? It would be just age. Okay, king was king. In Indian game it was Raja. In Persian it was... Don't know how to pronounce it. Shash? Ah, Shah! Huh. So it's king. King and horse. K and H. Okay, let's find the full list. So, if for some reason I'll be playing this game somewhere in real life, I will always say that's horse and not a knight, because knight sounds unprofessional. Like someone who's amateur. They don't know. Alright, so it was king. That's alright. Next was first officer, which is correct. Who else must be a stand together with king? Definitely not some kind of woman which is not related. Let's see, the next one was elephant, which is in English is called bishop. Why the heck is bishop? What the heck is bishop? Is it even a word? Elephant? Is elephant? Why not? Horse, chariot. Chariot in English is rook? Like what? Rookie? Chariot. And foot soldier. Right, foot soldier sounds much better than pound. Pound means like it was owned before. Some used item. I don't know who the heck was translated it, but it was translated completely wrong. It doesn't sound correct. Can only make fun of it. Cicero. That's a delightfully elegant hat that you're wearing there. If you were willing to part with it, I would pay a fair price. Don't see any hats for sale on your shop front. You obviously don't frequent this part of town, do you? And price. The pawnbroker. See, pawnbroker, exactly. How's the heck pawn? Means the foot soldier. It's impossible. I deal with anything from heirlooms, whatever, to hats. Can't beat price when it comes to price. Birds? A con? Like con artist? So you're a pawnbroker. I'm afraid I'm a little too attached to this hat to let it go. After all, it's the mark of a gentleman. I see. Very well, I can see it's a treasured item. And rightly so. No mind then. But if you're not selling, then how about buying something? I wonder if the money we have on us would pass as currency here. What's that? You currently short of funds? Then here's what I'll do. As today is a special day, I'll let you have a little something for free. That is, if you can solve this puzzle. Now I'll bet this young man excels at puzzles like this one. You mean to say you've even selling puzzles? Ninja's a choice. The king was attacked. Looks like killed. The attack has left him on the floor and unconscious. People rushed to the scene of the attack, preventing the suspect from making a clean escape. As a result, the culprit is still someone within the room. The question is who? Question those present and find the culprit. Remember that the assailant will attempt to lie his or her way out of trouble. Typical Layton puzzle. I skipped the explanation actually. I must certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived. Alright, if he's telling the truth, it must be a knight. Hastened to his majesty's side as fast as possible, no one but a prince and myself were in the room. What if I said midnight like immediately?
This is my answer.
That was so easy, there was no need to check anyone else.
From a gentleman in training.
Casual. Just as I thought, a bright young man. Pride myself on my puzzle-solving skills. And the future is assured. A sharp mind is essential for success. As a mind as sharp as yours could even take all my business someday. Just imagine you as a pawnbroker is certainly an entertaining image. Look. I have always been the professor apprentice, and I can't imagine doing anything else. Why it's saying that there's no hidden puzzle if it's actually were two optional puzzles, so they were not optional but mandatory? This girl definitely 3D or not? Well, maybe not. Oh, a bakery! And it smells so good! If it's the bakery wants, they're out at the moment, but they should be back soon. It's too bad. But don't you think the taste of the bread has changed a bit recently? And the people working there seem somehow different too, but then I also feel like they've always been working there. Do you mean to say you're not certain? No, I'm not. Just that somehow I have the feeling that there are more people working there now. There's something I would like to ask you. How knowledgeable are you about the people of this town? The people? Well, I have lived here all of my life, so I guess I know most of them. How? What do you want to know? I'd just like to know if you have ever met a man called Carmina. Carmina? Sorry, but no, I've never seen nor heard of anyone by that name. You heard of him? How curious. Do you think he was just going under a different name here? Well, Potterly, shouldn't you two be on your way? Everyone else is already heading there. There's something else we should be doing? Are you kidding? With all the townspeople getting so excited like this, you must be waiting as well, right? Why not kill some time at a puzzle? There's 6 puppets. Each with individually controlled body parts. They each have a total of 6 parts: head, body, 2 arms and 2 legs. The controls for each of the puppets' body parts have been separated. The stylus to connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts, so that none of the connections can overlap each other. Didn't get that. She don't want to read the explanation, skip it. Actually, again, there was the same type of such puzzle here. Must find the longest distance here. So definitely nothing can touch here. So this one for sure, and that one for sure. So one body part. This one is yours. This one is yours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems like so. Gosh, let's restart it. That's the problem here. Already see. So this going there. This is here. This is there. That's the only way. If example this is here. What? What the heck I'm missing? Ah. Done.
See what you think of this.
Easy as usual.
Professor, I did it!
Pulling the strings is far better than having your strings pulled. Do you think? Bravo! Brilliantly solved. Thank you. So, something really is about to happen. You seriously don't know? Amazing! You to think that there could be anyone in town who would be so clueless. Well, if you don't know, why not come and see for yourselves? And they say, seeing is believing. Or should it be, a picture's worth a 1,000 words? I'm sure you get what I mean. He could have just told us. It's all a bit exasperating? You heard about this one. Well, it looks as we'll just have to go and see for ourselves. As soon as we finish looking around, let's head for North Parades Avenue. Sounds good, Professor. He's come. The teller has come. Nick, let's go and see him on North Parades Avenue. I know, I'm late. I've been meaning to wait from this morning. The center of the town is suddenly bustling. Something looks set to start North Parades Avenue. It's heading that way. Come, Professor, let's go with them. This it. He's about to appear. This is the moment I've been waiting for ever since I began. Queen? This one. Queen? Queen? Queen, maybe. I can hear their footsteps. He'll be here any moment now. And that means Inquisitor Barnhill will be with him. Oh, I just can't wait to see Zaki Waki, of course. He'll be prosecutor here now. Come on, we're waiting. Once it's over, I have to get back and finish my delivers. Come on. The people have gathered in the streets your waits, waiting to see him to learn of our fate. Jeremy, look at them all, clamoring for a peek. It's as if this has never happened before. It would be more fitting and proper to wait with calmness and solemnity. To show our respect. I always have trouble mingling with the common masses. No, out of the way, little lady and her goatee. Attention, you rebel! Keep that line straight down.
It looks like it's beginning at last, Professor.
Yes, you appear to be right, my boy. The level of excitement is remarkable.
Hey, you! You with the tall hat! I can't see a thing!
I beg your pardon, madam. What might be the occasion?
Not my problem, madam.
What are you saying? I've never heard such nonsense. And to think that he is about to appear!
Sorry, but when you say he, who exactly do you mean?
Surely you two can't be serious. Why, it's him, of course! The town's creator! The storyteller himself!
The storyteller?
Huh? The creator of Labyrinthia? amazing.
And that must be this town's creator.
Thank you, storyteller. Thank you for granting me this lovely baby girl. Look at my mother. She was in bed, but now she's as fit as a fiddle.
People of Labyrinthia, behold your new story!
Hold on. If they're criminals here, he created the criminals. And con artists.
Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it, Professor?
Indeed, but something would appear to be amiss.
This story is so horrible. Without a doubt, this is terrible. This doesn't look good. Today, I'll finish up my deliveries and go home earlier. Up until a moment ago, everyone was so excited. But now that the parade has passed, the mood here seems totally different. They all seem to be afraid of something. Yes, it's very strange. Professor, there's one of those sheets of paper over there. It must be one of the sheets that the knights were throwing to the crowd. The problem seems to be related to what is written on those sheets of paper. Hang on, I'll pick one of them up. This doesn't look like a typical letter or anything like that. So to imagine what could be so terrible, let's start by giving it a read through. Okay, Professor? The fearsome witch moved deeper into the moonlit wood, casting a deathly shadow as she passed between the trees. And when the two young companions stepped into the darkness of the wood, they were drawn into her magic fire, and their lives were consumed in its flames. What's so terrible? Who cares? Not me. What could that mean? A witch again? What about what says their lives were consumed in the flames? Look, let's cast our minds back to what Isabella said in London. It seems to recall her mentioning that those witches had followed her from Labyrinthia. So that would mean that the witches we saw in London really were from this town? The witch in this story, do you think she's the one from before? Still too early to say, but at any rate, this seemingly prophetic story is rather disturbing. Only came here to see Inquisitor Burnham, and this story is what I get! Why, what bad luck this is! No, things had been so peaceful, and now the wish is to strike once again! What a fearful world we live in! The horrible story can't stay here any longer! Heading straight back to the market stall, where I can be with my lovely little gods! Well, it seems that what's written here is indeed the reason for all this unrest. It's definitely a little ominous. That's only story, isn't it? It's precisely because it's the story that we're all so afraid. Don't you even know that much? Without fail, whenever a witch appears, somebody dies. And if what you say is true, there's no reason to be afraid. After all, it's just a story. It's hardly going to become a reality. What are you saying? Yes, what do you mean by that? You're not implying that you don't believe in the story, are you? You'll get your come up pants for the. What the heck is come up pants? Hey, you two, what's all the fuss about? Us? Nothing, you're not making a fuss? Super fuss. What is it? Something the matter? Captain, it's these two, sir. They create a bit of disturbance in the air. Well, it's you two. Cause in trouble again, are you? Captain, these two here are claiming that the story won't become a reality. How can they say such a thing? But that... they simply can't be. You claim that you don't believe what the storyteller writes? Could it be that you two... What the heck? A moment ago, wait a second, why it's auto-progressing? Look, there are two of them. Could be the two in the story. The power that gets killed by the witch. Well, they could, or they not. They must have something to do with the witch. Whatever, Professor. Its atmosphere is somewhat unsettling. Here's my original instincts regarding you two were indeed well-founded. You're clearly suspicious. Man, surround them. Uh-oh. Easy, look. Professor, this isn't good. Perhaps we should make a run for it. Agreed, but running off blindly in any old direction is unlikely to prove successful. Be too familiar with the streets of this town. Don't think of running. If I were you, just give up peacefully. Professor. Mr. Layton, look! Both of you, over here! Now that voice! Hang on, isn't that... The voice came from that back street over there. Come on, look, let's run! Okay, Professor? Wait, stop! Come back here! After them, man! They get away! Yes, sir, Captain. As I thought, it really was you. A spell. But why? Why you? I'll explain later. Please just wait here quietly. Right. Where are they? Which way did they go? Captain, we seem to have lost them. What? They must still be here somewhere. Find them! It appears we managed to elude them. But what now? Can't stay here. They're bound to find us sooner or later. Let's move elsewhere. If we keep to the back streets, should be able to reach the square without being seen. Follow me. Okay. In your hand. Come on, this way, and keep quiet. That was rather too close for comfort. Seems you rescued us this time. That's nothing. I'm just glad you were both able to get away safely. But what are you both doing here in Labyrinthia? I'd like to ask you the same question. What about you, Speller? What happened after we were separated in London? Remember you jumping aboard that cargo vessel? Have any trouble getting away? Well, but as I... Easy now, look. Mustn't bombard a Speller with questions like that. I'm sorry, Speller. No, I'm the one who should apologize. But it's just not very clear. You have no reason to apologize, Speller. But when you say it's not very clear, what do you mean, precisely? To be honest, I seem to be unable to clearly recall what happened. That's all. After we put you aboard that ship, should have followed after you. But at any rate, I'm relieved to see that you're alright now. Yes, I am. Thank you to your boss. It's good that we could meet again like this. I'm so happy to see you here. You right? You're both very happy too, aren't you, Professor? I personally don't care. We certainly are, look. Let me guess. You both came here to solve the puzzles of Labyrinthia, didn't you? Oh, well, yes, something like that. Right, Professor? Actually, the truth of the matter is we don't really know why we're here. It seems as if, well, it's almost as we're being sucked right into that book story. Sucked into the story? If it's okay with you, Speller, I'd like to ask you some questions about Labyrinthia. Can't really settle down here with chat, can we? Those nights might find us again. We'll need somewhere to lie low for a while. I know, if it's alright with you two, yes. For now, Mrs. Eckler, the local bread maker, is kindly putting me up in her shop. If you don't mind, you're welcome to come to my room. I'm afraid it's only an attic room, so it's a little small. Really? I mean, are you sure that's okay? Anyway, to find us there, wouldn't that mean trouble for everyone in the shop? Not at all. Shouldn't even think like that. After all, it was you two who rescued me in London, wasn't it? So if there's anything I can do, you must let me help in whatever way I can. Speller. Thank you. Allow us to graciously accept your kind offer. Okay, let's make our way there, while keeping an eye out for those nights. The bakery is on the eastern side of the town. F-town. Why it was updated, not created something new? It was rather very useless dialogue here. I could simply skip it. Something more interesting. That's enough already! When you ever stop crying? Why are you crying? The witch is coming! So you both read the story too, right? Afraid of the witch! Save me, sis! Yeah, boy, until it should be the other way around. Should be the one saving me. You sexist or chauvinist. The one who wants to be a knight. Can't be the wish. I'm toast. You just stop crying. Help me, huh? How do you think I feel? I'll never be a knight. Don't worry. You just have to be brave. You can still be a knight. But what's the point of being a knight? Being a jerk like them? Catching some foreigners? You can look after your sister too. Yeah, just like on this puzzle. Why can't he be whatever he wants? Use the clouds and build a bridge across to get to the princess in the castle. I cannot see any princess. Touch a cloud to move it up and down with a magic spell. Clouds that are raised become sturdy and perfect for crossing. Clouds that are lowered turn to gloomy gray rain clouds, suitable for crossing. Be careful. Your magic is a bit off today, as a result, moving any clouds will move its neighboring clouds as well. It's actually a Resident Evil style puzzle. And I made a mistake. Hold on. I must write them all, not learn them all. That's it. The game.
See what you think of this.
They repeat on the same type of puzzles. Just a little bit different shape, but they're the same. That's amazing. You really made it to the princess. At last, the crying stops. You must remember to be brave even when you feel afraid. Sometimes even I feel scared if I'm alone. I believe that if you with someone you care about, you can overcome any fear. Good, thanks. Now on, I'll take care of battle. I really don't mind one way or the other. But I do wish you'll stop your crying. Yep. We are here. This is the bakery. You can smell the bread baking. There's some excellent bakers working here. Come on, I'll introduce you. Professor, it's the smell of freshly baked bread. Indeed, look, certainly whetting my appetite. But the stuff here really taunted.
Welcome!
What the heck?
Our bakery uses only the finest ingredients. Upper crust goods for not much dough.
Talented and highly enthusiastic, it seems.
He's kneading the dough pretty hard, isn't he?
I would rather liken the motion to pounding myself.
Oh, Mr. Wright, these gentlemen are customers. They're my friends.
Oh, really?
Hey, Espella, welcome home.
Hello, Maya. Where's Aunt Patty?
I'm not quite sure, but things right here later than Layton.
The boss? She's gone to the market. She should be back at any time now. Sorry about Nick here. He didn't realize you weren't customers.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with such sincere dedication to one's job.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet my friends, Mr. Layton and Luke.
A pleasure. My name is Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton. Nice to meet you.
I'm Maya Fey. And this is Nick, my assistant baker.
Phoenix Wright, pleased to meet you. How come I'm the assistant?
Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya. Somehow not quite the kind of names I expect to hear around here. And both been working here long? Yep, must be going on 5 years now. Is that right, speller? Yes, I suppose it must be. Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of a speller, think we can give you guys a little something on the house, of course. Oh, really? Sure, why not? Actually, just took some freshly baked walnut breads out of the oven, so what is core? So that's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious. If you think the scent is good, you should try tasting it. You know, Mr. Layton, it's so good. It'll knock your head off. I'll be delighted to. It's most kind of you. Well, that's that then. Go ahead and help yourselves.
Take that!
Our bakery uses only the finest walnuts. You go nuts for our walnut bread. How many times do I gotta tell you, Nick? Supposed to say, has your order? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes. But Nick, you can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you like butter on toast. Netmaker is quite a character, isn't he, Professor? Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them. Both seem somehow out of place in this world. What's intriguing? What? My room is upstairs. Can get there from behind the counter. Feel free to... what? What's wrong? She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help. Right here, Professor? Yeah, she's relation is so low. But his face. What's the matter, Miss Faye? It's these loaves of bread, and after I'd arranged them all so nicely too. It's all Nick's fault. His pollen messed up everything. Yeah, but I was only needing the dough. What am I going to do? To fix this before the boss gets back. It's most unfortunate. You're second and lend you a helping hand. Really? Thanks a lot. You'll be doing me the biggest favor in the world. You could try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know? Not at all. Having those in it is the duty of any true gentleman. Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it sorted out. Totally. Should all help each other out in times of need, right? No. The neatly placed loaves of bread on display at the front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, it seems an extra loaf managed to find its way among the bunch. Take a look at the picture on the top screen. Find the extra loaf of bread. Place it into the basket once you found it.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. I can't look the professor in the eye.
It was not simple as I thought. Okay. Ah, I must check on top. God damn it. Didn't pay attention. Sadly. So, as far as I can see, there's one unnumbered and 4 of this. Since I didn't pay attention on top. I cannot see this one, what the heck? Well, for example, those two. What are you doing? Why I cannot see such one? Ah, because it's here. For example, this one.
This is my answer.
Right.
Professor, I did it!
That was it. Perfect. That's exactly how they were before. Thank you so much. Thanks. You really saved my bacon. What do you mean? It's no more than any young English gentleman would do. You said English? How that? And why have I heard before? Here I am. The boss is back. Hello everyone. Just as I was wondering what the commotion was all about. See you back, Aspeller. Welcome home, Aunt Patty. Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Of course we did. Yeah, sure. You know you can count on us. I may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person. She certainly does look, and she has a heartwarming smile too. Such flattery. Just trying to make me blush. By the way, Speller, are these two gentlemen customers of ours? These two friends of mine kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here. Pleased to meet you, madam. My name is Herschel Layton, and I'm Luke Triton. the professor's apprentice. That's all? Seems Espela is in depth to you both, so it's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Espela, please feel free to stay as long as you like. Just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish. Thank you for your kind offer, madam. Oh yes, I imagine you must both be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish. Don't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special. My very own creation. Wonderful. And that face baked on the surface, a masterpiece? Exactly. Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy. Only the best for our special guests. This is great. Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread. Only bread? Oh, I mean... Yes, fella. Shouldn't you show a guest to their room? Let's just forget the bread. Forget the bread? I mean... Mr. Layton, look! Let's go upstairs now! Huh? What's going on? Just trust me, come on! Only bread! Forget the bread! You two really expect to become something that I cannot read it so fast. Didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle. But when it comes to bread, I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft. Guess it must be fun to live in such a lovely place, though. Yes, it is, it's thanks to them, but I enjoy living here as much as I do. Mrs. Eckler is always so cheerful and kind to me. And my Mr. Wright are so energetic, my especially. Certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But Espela, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Meow. Eve. The matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. Must be supper time. Oh, I see. Please go ahead. Don't mind us. It's even something like a bird. I just hope she's not giving milk to the cat. Or cat simply will die very soon. But it's made by storytellers, so any lie can be the truth. Like, a lion can drink milk, adult of course. No, they cannot. So Espela has a pet cat. Its name is Eve. Finely grown black cat, I must say. Sure, Espela takes excellent care of it. It's such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever too. Well behaved, but it's doing nothing, just sitting here. Thank you. If he's a real friend. Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you? What was it that you wanted to know? Well, there are few things. Perhaps I'll better ask them one at a time. It might take a little while if you can spare the time. Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help. Thank you, Espela. Well then, first of... What I want to ask Espela about is... memories. Do you remember this letter, Espela? A letter? Yes, Carmine gave you this letter, instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office. That letter... Could I take a closer look at it? Yes, of course. Do you remember anything? Don't remember the letter, but this writing does look somewhat familiar. Do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me. Speller, alright. I think I remember Carmine. Really? You're right, I do know him. I definitely know Carmine. Carmine was here in this town. In fact, he was in this very shop. In this shop, Speller? But according to the townsfolk, they've never even heard of him. Yes, yeah, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories. Please don't let that deter you. I'd be grateful to hear what you know. Could you tell us again what happened? Between the time that you were separated in London and your return to Labyrinthia? You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you. Is that right? No, I can't. When I came to... I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. Since the townsfolk didn't even notice they've been away. I must have thought the whole thing must have just been a dream. Until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. Since I wasn't dreaming at all. Yes, indeed. It's already indeed happened. You came to my office, and then the witch came for you. So does it mean that the witch brought a spell back to Labyrinthia? Well, I suppose so, but... Why was I in London in the first place? Huh? Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And why was the witch after me? Just can't seem to remember why. Speller, you and Carmine were running away from the witches, weren't you? Carmine? Do you mean to say that you don't remember being in London with Carmine? Carmine took you with him and tried to escape from this town. Carmine took me with him and tried to escape? I'm sorry, I do have a vague memory of Carmine, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember. Please, do let us know what you can recall. According to my memory, Carmine was working here in this bakery. But there are already two workers in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya? Those two have also been working here making bread for some time now. At least, quite sure it must be the case. Mrs. Clare and anyone else around here would soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory. This difference in perception is certainly intriguing. And the fact that Carmine worked here has me somewhat curious. Why Layton not forgetting who's here? Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here and they're acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in that letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask few people around the town? Now look, I don't think that's a good idea. As you're no doubt well aware by now, a single word out of place can be enough to bring in the knights against us. What's going on, Kip? But it's not loading. I must say that I actually paying for Firefly internet. That can means, but problem is it's impossible to log in here without using VPN. The website available only if you're in Belarus, and there's no Belarusian VPN among the providers that I have around here. No such country, no possibility to log in and pay. Or at least check the balance. It's possible to pay by using third-party services, like Parity Bank, something. And I should pay. So I need it here as well. Not for myself. Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced. Let's see. Perhaps, look, you should be thankful that she took care of him. Yes, you're right, of course, Professor. Just wait 24 hours. By the way, in that matter, Carmine claimed that they now had a mysterious secret. Or if they blocked Telegram, they could easily block everything that's shared on the same IP addresses, like not if they use the same provider. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. And by the way, it's kinda interesting. I remember how 10 years ago they were all saying that IPv4 is no more. The addresses has ended, and what's going on right now? People still use IPv4, creating new addresses. They're free, there's no need in IPv6. Still, it kinda surprised me. When exactly it will be exhausted? In which year? 3000? Do you have any idea what that mystery could be? Labyrinthia's mystery? I'm sorry, but I've never even suspected that this town holds any secrets. And what might it have been that Carmine was investigating? Was Carmine investigating? I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmine asked me this. Why is it that whatever is written by the storyteller in the Historia Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then you'll unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said. So Carmine didn't believe that wasn't written must always come true either. I'm not sure but what? It's only natural that what's written in that book must come true. And it's hard for me to believe that both you and Carmine could doubt this. Well, speaking for myself, I can't just believe it so easily. Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense. Which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion. That's true, but are you saying that in your London there's no story? Well, there's certainly none that come true, but the Historia Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know, such a notion is inconceivable, as I suspected. Carmine is from the same London as you two, so I suppose it makes perfect sense that you should all think in that way. Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story? It's actually happening in the London as well. A lot of people believe in everything they see on the TV or read in newspapers, despite it simply cannot be true. There's too many contradictions. Never trust news. Well, Carmine often visited the Great Archive. The Great Archive? Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept. You mean to say all previous volumes too? Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them. Story so far? Kingdom Hearts! I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story. But Professor, sure he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books? As I recall, in the letter he sent to me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret, and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me. I believe that was it. Which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches. So you mean Carmine came close to unraveling Labyrinth's mystery, and therefore became the witch's target? Is that what you're suggesting? I believe that would be highly probable. But why did the witches? Speller, have there been other stories involving witches before this? Yes, there have been many stories about them. All the stories are also being kept in the Great Archive. What do you want to ask a speller? What you want to ask a speller? The witch story. Why is it there's a choice if there's no choice? Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Archive? An important source of information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town. So, you're saying that in order to find the witches, it's essential to read about them and learn their ways? Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of Knights. And the Order of Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia. The storyteller, the Order of Knights, and the Inquisition, they're the ones who govern this town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the creator, otherwise known as the storyteller. That personage is the wearer of all life in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the storyteller's guard. Who the heck would like to kill storyteller? And finally, looks like he cannot control everything if somebody can attack him. The Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in their witches' court. That's the manner in which this town is managed, and order is maintained. Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the period we saw. That's right, the storyteller holds those periods from time to time. He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine their fate from that time onwards. The story this time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. I wonder what spells will be used this time. If only we could check on that book. Gosh, cannot look from that. That's all. They bond you. Nowadays, to be able to connect to the internet, you must provide your passport data cube, face recognition by AI, DNA, and so on. Just a moment, Speller. What was it that you just said? Do you mean to say that there's a book about magic? Yes, there is, in the Great Archive. It describes all of the spells that provide the witches with their wicked power. It is a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigations. That's it! Must have been what Carmine was so interested in. He was instigating the witch's power. Of course, it's possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known. And that's why the witches attacked him? Indeed, look. That may well be the reason. The story. So respected by the people and the witches whom they fear. There could be a hidden secret connecting these two in some way. Thank you, Speller. Since we now know where to begin with our investigation. Why the heck you need passport for the internet, Cube? The country. Shall we visit the Great Archive? Isn't it? The book about magic that resides there. Makes no sense. How about the rights to be anonymous? We will provide a valuable clue towards unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia. Well, here you don't need to have passport, because passport is not a document. Passport is the document that you use for traveling into other countries. For yourself, you don't need it. It's not mandatory to have it. You can choose not to have passport. It will be completely alright. We better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor? Absolutely, look. We must solve this puzzle for Carmine's sake, as well as for our own. Mr. Layton? It always was. Yes. Please take me along with you. I'm more than sure if you show your passport to someone, for example, in store, etc., people will be questioning, what the heck is this shit? It's a book? Why the heck it's a book? Notebook? What the heck you show me? I'm not sure that's wise. It might put you in more than a little trouble. It is likely that Carmine's investigations are what led to him being pursued by witches. And if that's the case, the path it treads may well be fraught with danger. Hello, Kenna. One of two? What is the second one? Soon there will be a new one next year, sadly. For Switch 2 or 1. Even so, I really would like to help you. Talking with you was like this. The last 3DS one? So soon it will be 3 games that you didn't play. I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth. Well, Speller, I suppose that settles it. From here on in, let's all do our very best to solve this mystery together. Yes, together. I'm the Professor Apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that. What actually the heck happened to Ace Attorney? Actually, what the heck happened to Layton? Well, Layton has announced game that will be in the future, but Ace Attorney doesn't have any games at all. Capcom simply forgot about it and just releasing the old games on PC. Just remasters. Nothing new. Well then, without any further ado, let's follow in Carmine's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that's where the clues are waiting to be found. Yes, let's go. Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back. Just jumped away. What? Oh, my pendant! I almost forgot it. That's a lovely pendant, Speller. It's very old. Can't even remember how old I was when I started wearing it. Right? Sorry to have kept you. Shall I leave for the Great Archive now? Oh, Speller, are you off out somewhere? Yes, I'm making, I'm taking Mr. Layton and Luke to see the Great Archive. Is that so? Well, you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain at any time. Oh yes, that reminds me. Could you get me something while you're out? Just on your way back would be fine. Yes, of course. What can I get for you? Some goat's milk from Many. Forgot to get some when I was at the market. Okay, I'll drop around to Mary's farm on the way back. Would you? There's a milk bucket ready round the back. Milk, I say? Naturally, our bakery uses only the finest goat's milk for our milk flow. What does it mean, the finest? Just goat's milk. So fluffy and white. It's delicious. Sounds great. What he was trying to say by using car, correct? Let's be certain to try some later, Luke. I'm totally up for that. Aren't you a little bit too adult, Layton, to drink milk? It looks like the Knights have given up searching for us. Thank goodness. Yes, it seems you're right, Luke. From the look of things, we should be safe to explore a little more before making our way to the Great Archive. But I don't want to. There might be some puzzles. Oh, it's you two. You were causing quite a bit of commotion earlier. But causing a commotion. The storyteller's story is always right, and I cannot abide anyone saying otherwise. And you believe that a witch will appear and commit some foul crimes? Of course I do! The storyteller decides everything that happens in this town. Whether folk meet with good fortune or ill, all that comes to pass is already decided by the storyteller. Whoever the victims are, they're probably up to no good on a regular basis. I spend every day as an upstanding citizen, so even if a witch does appear, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. It's no use pretending I'm afraid of the witch. It's over for me. Maybe you ought to go home as soon as you can. Do you two see the latest story? When you say latest, am I to assume that these parades are held on a regular basis? You mean you don't know that? All these days, no one knows a thing. Never mind, I'm a forgiving sort. I suppose I should fill in the gaps in your knowledge. It's not very polite. The storyteller appears in the parades before the common people whenever he writes a new story. It would be no overstatement to say that I spend every waking day looking forward to the stories that he provides. So you look forward to stories in which witches burn people? Or people burn witches? What? Are you saying? It only happens to be the story this time. Usually the storyteller writes the most wonderful stories. That's why I thought he would give us a wonderful chapter today too. Instead, I found myself caught up in the crowd. My glasses were broken and I was beaten by a duck. Don't feel down. Every cloud has a serial linen, so they say. What every cloud has? This time I heard it. Don't feel down? Don't feel down, you see? Do you look like I'm feeling down? No way I'm feeling down. If my unhappiness is recorded in the storyteller's pages, then so be it. Sorrow, a part of me, is such sweet sorrow. It seems that not all stories are born equal, but I feel that person's character might have something to do with it. Where am I supposed to go? For certain, the next story will hold something good for me. And that's all. Hey, yeah, this is the Great Archive. Wow. It looked impressive even from a distance, but now we're here up close. It's huge. Just looking up at it makes my neck ache. It must have taken considerable time and manpower to erect a building of this size. Isn't it? This building has become something of a symbol for the town. Hey, look at that roof over there. It looks like it suffered considerable fire damage at some point. Was there a major fire or something? Oh, that was... I've been listening for a while, and must say, you two really are strange. How it's you? The truth has been like that for some time, it's certainly nothing new. Really? If it's alright with you, could you tell us a little about it? It will never cease to amaze me, with your incredible lack of knowledge. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to tell you that damages from the legendary fire. The legendary fire? Yes, long ago, there was a huge fire that engulfed almost this entire town. The damage there occurred at that time. You can see other traces of the fire around the town too, and there. The entire town was engulfed in a huge fire? All the townsfolk know about it. Probably they're only ones that don't. Thank you for filling us in. That suddenly cleared up a few things. No problem. It so happens I had nothing better to do. It wasn't such a bad way to kill time. Anyway, I'll see you around. To think that even a building of this size could be affected by fire? The fire that spread through the town really must have been legendary. But why not fixing it here? Suddenly alright about that, look. The speller? Something the matter? No, nothing at all? Shall we make our way inside? It just won't do. It's completely unacceptable. What's unacceptable? There's no one in the world more splendid than Inquisitor Burnham. And yet, every time it's that woman who gets to stand alongside the storyteller. So unfair. You mean the woman who was distributing the story to the crowd? Is that right? To be honest, I found you a little scary. I'm sure it's all some proud of yours. She feels sorry for my poor Zagons. If only I could get closer, could offer my support. It would certainly be difficult to get close with that bustling crowd all around. Perhaps even dangerous. I'll try. Try? What? I could float down this... What the heck? Navigate Luke through the clouds and help him find the professor. Jumping in the holes in the clouds will drop Luke down to the level below. Likewise, jumping onto Fluffy Claus will send him whatever. Oh, what I'm trying to find him? Don't even know the location of Professor. Yeah, right now I'm just going forward. No chases. Oh, I see him. It's not even a puzzle. What the heck was this?
See what you think of this.
I think it was bullshit.
Professor, I did it!
Professor, I don't think she's coming back. You can only hope that she managed to reach the man she's after. Uh-oh, no good. What shall I do? What's the matter? Is there something troubling you, madam? Yes, something certainly is troubling me. I mean, this scary story, just so threatening. I may be afraid, but I have to do it. I have to finish my delivery. See this? Whole satchel full of letters. A letter fest, and I have to deliver them all. Oh my, that really is a lot of letters. Is it like I could help by delivering a few of them for you? Speller! No, it's alright. After all, it's my job. And anyway, you look busy right now yourself. Well, a little, but we should always help each other out in times of need. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I've got it covered. Right, I'm off. I can do this. Can deliver them all. The letters mean. Nothing can stop the labyrinthia courier. She's gone. She really was in a hurry, wasn't she? But is she really alright? She seemed a bit flustered. I think she's just very busy. Come on, let's head to the Great Archive. Strange. No new keys. Already playing for 6 hours almost. Gosh. At 11 PM I must simply stop. And it will happen very soon. But let me take a pause for a minute. Versus who? Duke Nukem? How the heck I played the third game but not the first two? Of Duke Nukem. For sure I must. Whew. Something. There are books come in here from floor to ceiling. Truly remarkable. Are all of these books stories? Yeah, there, all of them, saying that there was all written. These were all written by the storyteller. All these books, but there's so many. Excuse me, beg your pardon. Look out! I forgot them. Don't worry. Piece of cake. Told you, no problem. What the heck was this? Sorry to startle you folk. I didn't think there was anyone here. That's alright. It's lucky that you didn't drop any books. Don't think I've ever seen anyone carry so many books at once. Aren't they heavy? I love books, so I feel like a mother carrying her baby. Wait a second. But as I understand, there's no fanfiction, etc., just the story. If you love books too, why not carry a few with me? I do love books, but I don't think I could carry that many. Obviously, I don't understand the true enjoyment of books. Embracing books, being buried in books, the feel of books, the smell of books. Listening to the sound of the pages turning, gazing up at books spout her, being surrounded by books and playing with them. That's how to enjoy books. Playing? I'm not sure I totally agree. Do you? That voice! That's a spell, isn't it? Here we go again. Please remain calm. You wouldn't want to drop those books. Just leave it to me. See, all under control. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. Did you? You came here to find a book about magic. Magic? Should have known this. That is, I'm... Never mind. Well, if it's magic that you're interested in, then might I suggest the Grand Grimoire? The Grand Grimoire, you say? I'd like to borrow that book if you may. Well, you'll need Miss Mystery's permission. Are you sure you want to borrow it? Absolutely. You're very interested in magic. Francis Spell is interested in magic? So these two must also be... Oops, no. I'm losing them. Silence. Silence in the library! Why the heck you must be silent in the library? Library is for talking. If you want to read something, go home. And actually, I had never heard that you must be silent in library when I was in Belarus. It's silent for Western world, looks like. Silent in library, what the heck? I don't know how it's in Russian, of course. But back where I was, nobody cared about this. Here we were talking non-stop mostly. My name is Mystery and can give permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire, because you're supposed to discuss books, searching for something new. Why the heck you must be silent? It's stupid. It's a rule in Russia as well? But why? It's no sense. Who would like to stay in the library if you must stay silent? But I doubt she would allow it. Doubt. The Great Archive was founded for those in noble pursuit of knowledge. Must ask you to be a little quieter, please. Do you? As a budding librarian, I would have thought that you would have known better. Well, I was approximately maybe in 5 or 6 libraries, different libraries. And school library including government and state, etc. Well, in Belarus, of course. And there had never been such a rule. I'm sorry, Miss Mystery. But these people say they want to borrow the Grand Glimmer. Well, there were rooms where you read books, but they separate soundproof rooms. But we're talking about library in general. It's not this room. You say the Grand Glimmer? Yeah. And especially, it's forbidden to store books in the reading rooms, because people go in here with the books that they cannot borrow. So if there were some books that you can take and read, it will be against the rules. Read some forbidden super rare books, like one issue, not a second one in some different country. Library ticket? Well, that's the rule. Who the heck will read in the library? A spell like Cantabella. You of all people must know the significance of the Grand Glimmer. It's an important piece of literature which can only be viewed by learned persons of significant status. Well, what I personally was for in the library, it's articles, newspapers and magazines, because you cannot buy them and find them at all. And what makes me furious that libraries nowadays just throw them away without making copies. Like, they could simply scan them before throwing away, but no, they just get rid of it, and where I must find a copy of it. It does not exist anymore. Destroy it. Gosh, books are everywhere. Who cares about books? It's not like I can just give my permission to whoever asks for it, you know. I understand that, but this man, I'm sorry, but rules cannot be changed. The quest is all mine. The book could prove indispensable for my investigations into magic. And you are? Excuse me, but may I ask your name? I'm Herschel Layton, investigating this town. Could say I'm a traveler, so to speak. A traveler? But I have never come across such a profession. Well, I suppose we can return to that later. My name is Riddle Mystery. Riddle Mystery? No idea how to pronounce your name. I'm librarian, as well as curator of the Great Archive. And I'm therefore responsible for all pieces of work here, including the Grand Glimmer. Friend, that no matter what your profession or who you are, it is beyond my authority to lend you the Grand Glimmer, simply against the rules. The rules? Can you make an exception for us? No, please leave this to me. I understand that you are unable to show this book to just anyone. However, as you yourself said just a moment ago, the Great Archive was founded for those in the noble pursuit of knowledge. And I'm currently very much in the pursuit of knowledge regarding magic, and I am very noble. Perhaps you would consider letting me at least peruse of the Grand Glimmer? We learned persons of significant status, and in particular, inquisitors, are permitted to refer to the Grand Glimmer. Inquisitors? Those who administer justice in this town, Knights of Wisdom, and they are known. Only somebody with equal status to that of an Inquisitor, or with the same level of wisdom, would qualify. So if I could demonstrate the required level of wisdom, that would qualify. You certainly are a persistent gentleman. Ah? Very well, let's see what you make of Trow. Yes, he is. You are. This trial has been used in the past to test the ability of aspiring Inquisitors. If you're able to clear this trial, then I will acknowledge that your wisdom matches that of an Inquisitor. If you can achieve this, then as curator of the Great Archive, I will lend you that book. Spend it, and by all means, do begin. Suddenly I have some confidence. Let's see if you can live up to it. Do you think you can pass this trial, at which so many hopefuls have stumbled? See what you can do with this. Looks like it's something I was doing before. Make your way through the maze of strange clocks and to the goal. You can only move in the direction of the clock hands. With each step you take, the clock hands will rotate 90 degrees. Why is it in the puzzle? It's some kind of trash.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Where the heck are the puzzles? How can this be? That's hardly seemed a challenge for you. And how did you do that so effortlessly? Hello, Phonic. Phonics to them. More importantly than who I am, there's one thing of which I'm certain, and that is that every puzzle has an answer. So, do I qualify? Not so fast. Do you really believe that my permission can be obtained as easily as that? It was no more than a preliminary trial. To separate the wheat from the chaff? What the heck is this though? Now for the real trial. An event of your caliber should find this challenging. This trial will have your eyes rolling and your head spinning. This mystery. I've never seen you get this excited. Silence. Be quiet, dear. Sorry. I assume it's safe to predict that this will not be quite so simple. And this will put an end to that overconfidence. Prepare to lose your mind in this mind-blending puzzle. Yes, it will be some kind of trash. Wait a second, it's just the same. Well, a little bit new. Make your way through the maze. You can only move in direction. However, note that the clock hands on the purple clocks appear to rotate at 3 times the speed of regular clocks. So, just one step back. Before I forget, I must warn you. You no longer have the luxury of undoing a move. But wait a second, I was not undoing any moves first time. One tiny miscalculation, and it's game over. I hope you don't mind. But I had never used any backward move. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad again. What the heck is this? Done. Well,
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
I want something better than
Puzzles
this.
are there to be solved.
You really will sit like for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. How? My mind-bending puzzle. You didn't lose your mind, on the contrary, you found the solution. That's just impossible. My glasses. My book. Don't look. Didn't pay attention to her eyes. My glasses. Let me put them on. Just a moment. That's better. I apologize. Come on there. I lost my composure. Compo what? But to see my trial clearer like that... It seems I underestimated you, sir. It was a fascinating puzzle. No more than I expect from the curator of the Great Archive. By the way, it's kinda strange that nowadays many people are wearing glasses despite they don't need it, just glass. Not real spectacles. I personally hate glasses. People who wear them, they become instantly old and unpleasant. Find your confidence rather disconcerting. Hope someday to have the pleasure of showing you a puzzle that will make those little round eyes of yours spin in your head. But nonetheless, a promise is a promise. Hereby grant you your permission. Well, I'm not going to wear glasses even if I will become blind. Except shades or sunglasses. It's completely different. They cool. The special... Wait a second, you wearing glasses, Cube? The special viewing room containing the Grand Mirror is located on the first floor. Because look at this woman, girl here. Is she pleasant here? Not. Without glasses, she's much better. As I'm sure you're already aware, that book is of unparalleled importance. By no means may it be treated with anything but the utmost care. Because, Miss Mystery, thank you for granting me permission. Because who are people with glasses? Teachers? Old hags? Other stuff? People who you personally do not like. That's what I had in my childhood, and nowadays I cannot look at people with glasses. Only because of this. Most people around of me with glasses were not good ones. Well then, shall we proceed to the special viewing room? I shall have to accompany you, since the room is locked, and they really giving you like plus 10 years to your age. Sometimes 20. Who the heck wants to look old? Indeed, Professor. You cleared both trials in one fell swoop. So they're really helping you? Because when it's physical damage, it's supposed to be doing nothing at all. Anyway, I would prefer to see simply nothing around me than wearing glasses. Contact lenses, it's completely different, because nobody can see them. So, for example, I cannot see what's in the game. Well, I will connect it to the big screen here in front of me. That's what I will do. Colorful blur? That's what I'm seeing when I'm playing Nintendo DS, the very first console. Not with such a huge screen like here, like so. And sadly, nobody doing the capture cards for Excel versions of Nintendo DS on the original. It was amazing, Mr. Layton. it's well known that Miss Mystery is an avid collector of puzzles. I heard that the puzzles she presents are always very difficult to solve. I see. So they're collectors of puzzles in this place too. What do you mean? Oh, nothing important. Right then. No use in waiting around. Let's go and take a look at the Grand Grimoire. Right you are, Professor. And it's already 11 PM. Where are the hidden puzzles here? This is the special viewing room. I'm sure gentlemen such as yourself will understand, but seeing as this is a special room not open to the general public, I must insist that you all be on your best behavior. Oh, this room feels so grand and elegant. It's my first time in here too. I must admit I feel a little nervous. Wait a second, the second guy, the detective, he was here but without you. Maybe. Certainly it does give some indication of the importance of the book being kept here. The book in the center must be the Grand Grimoire. This stone in the Grand Grimoire is treated with care. Look at the care. This is incredible! It's covered with information about magic. People say it's the magic used by the witches. That's so? Then the magic we saw in London must be in here somewhere too. It may well be true, look. A tome as thick as this must surely contain such information. But it is a bit daunting, though. What's this? Professor, this page is different from the others. What is this? This page isn't about magic at all. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. Look. This page appears to be addressed to someone, don't you think? I mean, like a message? Let's read it, Professor. From a time long ago. The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. The story of Sonic 06. When the sun and moon, watching over the sage, swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person of Perspicacity, what the heck is this word, has fulfilled the challenge? Hold on. The ability to see through deception, understand things with sharp insight. Human version of what? Your own keen hunting instincts? Non-existent glass? Car? God damn it. Perspicacity. What? Perspicacity. What? Perspicacity. Of course, it's surprisingly elegant. Perspicacity. Perspicacity. Gosh, I do not understand English phonetic when people say it pronounced like this. What the heck is this shit? Japanese is so much easier. The door will be open. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening. Pikachu! Pika Pika. What is this? How can this be? Why is this in here? How did something like this can get into the Grand Grammar? Just not possible. Can't understand it. No one entered the special viewing room before you came here. And whenever someone enters this room, I always accompany them in this way. So that means the page must have changed at some point, doesn't it? Could that really be possible? Perhaps with some kind of device? Unthinkable! There's only one key to this room, so no one can enter without being granted my permission. I assure you it's true. On my honor as a curator. But then, how can anyone have done this? Look, I believe we both know who might be capable of such an act. You mean witches? Don't you? Witches. We don't know yet who changed that page, but the more important matter is what's written here. The infinite vault of books mentioned here presumably refers to the Great Archive, which implies there's a secret of some sort hidden within the library. So, what about this part? Person of perspicacity? Well, I believe that could be referring to Carmina. Came here regularly to investigate. So it's suddenly somewhat likely, which means our next objective is to find the answer that he was looking for. It's a bit of a spooky message. But if we can open this door to the past, then we'll surely be one step closer to solving this mystery. Just a moment, please. I'm the curator here, and I won't be allowing you to investigate anything without my permission. So you mean you can investigate? I would say, so you mean you permit us? Not at all. I simply insisted that you allow me to accompany you. There should be no doors in this library that I don't know about. And even if there's something hidden somewhere, as suggested by this message, it is my duty as curator to know what that is. I completely understand, Miss Mystery. We can only benefit from your presence. Now then, how about we all make our way back to the entrance? Let's think about where this door could be from there. But Professor, supposing there is a door, that message is such a puzzle in itself. Do you think it'll be difficult to find? You may be right. And this library is so large. Not huge, but large. Finding anything will surely take a good deal of our time. No, think not. You're both missing something here. I believe I may well know what is meant by the words in the message. Really, Professor? Yes, if you'll just remember the wording. From a time long ago, the ancient flame has been locked. Infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. Why are we repeating this? When the sun and moon, watching over the stage, swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open. Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge, the door will be open. Until then, I'll wait for the time of the awakening. If you both take a look around this room, you'll notice we are surrounded by books. There's probably nowhere else in the library with more books than they're right here. The books extending all the way up, completely surrounded by them, and the key to opening the door is in the sun and moon watching over the sage. But what could that mean? There are no windows, so no light can come in from the sun or the moon. Precisely, which means it is not the real sun and moon that are being referred to here. And they're located where they can watch over the sage, in other words, behind. Perhaps you have already realized to whom the sage is referring? Right then, let's find the sun and moon watching over the sage and open the door. What's that? It's a sun and moon construction. So the sage must be... That's right, the sage of this library refers to the creator. And the sun and moon construction is located right behind his seat. So that's what the sun and moon watching or the sage was referring to. And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown. And the door to the past will open, so all we need to do is work out what that means. What does it mean by their true form? Well, if we interpret it at face value, it will suggest that we are currently seeing the untrue form. Have a look at this. There seems to be some sort of mechanism in place. Professor, if you look closely, there seems to be a puzzle hidden here. Let's solve it and save it. Why is he rotating? Again, there seems to be a puzzle. Move the furniture. Surprising.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
So no one ever did this? Let's see it, I'll solve this puzzle like immediately. In real life. There's the Pikachu City? Professor, this is a story. Who would have thought there could be anything like this hidden here? The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. Wonder just what we'll find down there. An entrance to basement below the Great Archive? Am I right to thinking that you knew nothing of this stairway's existence? That's right, and if I, the creator, knew nothing of it, then surely no one else would. It's hard to believe that a secret such as this could have been hidden here all this time. No one else but somebody put this puzzle here. Who would have possibly left such a message? It might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here. Agree. I'll be back as soon as I have asked the other visitors to leave the building. Well then, are you both ready? You betcha, let's go, Professor. You do a spell, what about the girl? Okay then, look. No, I'm going to save him. Wonder how many puzzles here. And cases, need to check this all. Anyway, that's it for the day. Pikachu City. Better continue tomorrow. Gosh, it's always no time in the evening, Friday, Sunday and Saturday. I constantly have not enough time. Now let's see who the heck is online. And playing something that I played like no one. Let's rate this channel. That's it. Time to go to sleep, Cube. What can I do? If it was May or June, I would have time to play from the beginning of the day till the evening. I would do it, for sure. Me? Something like I'm playing? Nowadays, nobody playing quests. Me alone. So, thank you for stopping by and good night, Cube. See you tomorrow? Should be tomorrow. Bye, good night.